Alright, hello, welcome. Oh, I messed up. I clicked on the campaign. Brings the pain into the campaign. We need to load the game instead, otherwise, yeah, this is gonna take ages. We are here playing Crossroads Inn again. We will see how far we can get. Unfortunately, as I mentioned, I clicked on the campaign, so the fastest way to do this is actually just give me a sec. I'll need to shut off this game and then start again, because it takes absolute ages to boot up the new save. So it's much better if we just do this instead. Because usually in these sorts of games, the first thing in the menu is continue the game rather than start a new one. So it's what kind of got me there. It seems like it always happens. Today we should get our own farms, which should be pretty decent. Finally start growing our own stuff and become self-reliant in many aspects, hopefully, which will allow us to actually fetch more ingredients. So I wanted to add a fish to the menu. So if we fetch fish, we could grow potatoes to go with it, and that would be pretty simple. I'll just shuffle this thing. Transform it to fit the screen. So we had it last time a bit differently. Come on, what is it? The screen? Yeah, okay. This looks like a decent setup. So let's take a look where we left off. Okay, looks like chandelier ran out of candles. We started using the upper floor. I had someone in YouTube comments mention that we could make this staircase better by having it shuffle it by one tile off to the side and then have a door from the kitchen here as well, which might be an idea to have that. It would be kind of better for faster access to have it there and then have a door from here, and then use this for something else. And it wouldn't be a big issue, just we will have to expand this corridor if we want to do that, which we would have to scrap these tiles. But that's fine, we don't need to address it immediately, but we'll figure out something a little bit later. For now we need to make some money, keep an eye out on our resources. It sure looks like berries might be a little bit low soon, so getting some more of that would actually be good, just so we don't have to worry about it later. But the main thing I wanted is expansion of our hall here. We don't need this door right now, so we could just remove that. And that would be good. So let's take a bath, that's good. How are we looking on reputation? Guests should still be getting satisfied, which is important. We need our own cereal, then we need quern, and then we need a baker. So all these things are necessary to unlock. The more we get, the better for later. So, yeah. There's a person from...
God, I hate standing on the ground.
Yeah, that's the courier. The quest. Let's take a look at the employees. Yeah, we might also want employee room. Eventually, there's a decent drudge. Unless he has something horrible. Sickle is fine. Can always use more drudges.
Yeah.
You'll have to farm soon enough, so this one's focusing on farming and then the rest of this stuff. Hello Jungton. The graphic style of this game always makes me so uncomfortable. It is weird. But, you know, it's not the worst I've ever seen. But definitely doesn't look like something that came out in the too near future. It's like cell shaded. Yeah. I suppose. It's just not the best. It also has a lot of graphical bugs as well. So, you know. Sometimes lots of weird things will happen, which is like completely immersion breaking. Let's take a look. I will import the berries, I think. These guys have it, but it's expensive. $207. That's not good. Is it all just expensive? A lot. Looks like you should be able to get some of them from this place. 170 for the freaking berries. It's just not good. But we can take the discount on it. Just buy a bunch of it. What else do we want? Are we running low on anything? Cereal is always in high demand. You can buy some cheap cider from here. Since we are buying a shipment, we might as well stock up. Plates are fine. Pork, we don't need that. Potatoes. Buy some potatoes actually. That's decent. And wood is looking decent. We can use some more. And I think we will also buy some candles and some fertilizer. Make it cheaper. It's gonna take it a while to arrive, that's fine. So also want fish eventually. This is just filling up with freaking chicken. I don't need as much. These people are rarely even using that, but yeah. We could just stop making it, I guess. For a bit, because we stocked up like crazy. Also same with this. We can just stop making it. And then we can rekindle it again once it starts running out. So the goods should arrive soon enough. People are using the throne, that's actually good. Is it our employee?
Ready for anything.
Yeah. He's not doing great. Have to probably fix her up. So otherwise the sickness might spread. So she's gonna go get herself fixed up. Shipment should be here any moment. Might order the second one. Where is the fish? Plentiful at. This place might have reasonably priced fish. It's not great, but it's gonna work. Kinda want like 40, but I'm not sure if we can store that. And then some cheap candles, so that's good. Stock up on, and then plates, mugs, we have plentiful, but let's add a little more to make sure. Vine, it's always useful, just fill that, and then some bread to go with it. Could have also expanded our menu with seafood or cheese, but it requires a lot of additional resources which we don't have currently to make it cheaper. This is a big discount, like that. Oh, it's a ship! It's interesting. Never actually realized this game has that. So 2 convoys coming. Spent a lot of money on it, but it's gonna be worth it. It's gonna allow us to get fish on menu. So those shelves, shelves look okay. This thing is pretty bad though. A lot of fish. These freaking chickens are just taking all the space. If only people were eating it more, but I'd have to get a recipe that uses chicken, and that probably isn't gonna work out. What is this? Fried eggs? That's actually intriguing. It's fat and eggs. It's pretty good though, like fat is reasonable. If it's just one thing to add, you know, we can do that. Anything other that would be synergizing well with us? A bunch of stuff we don't really want. Right. Okay, a bunch of stuff arrived. Let's hope our people can ferry it all. We have enough dredges. It's just gonna be a matter of time. I'd actually like another crate for, you know, for candles. Where is it? I'll have to find it. I can probably keep another candle crate somewhere around here. You will accept candles and shells. Yes, on the recipe. This will allow everything apart from mugs. Mugs, plates, candles. Candles, mugs, plates. And of course they just keep putting the wrong stuff in there. They'll reshuffle it, most likely. So we've got a new recipe. Did we get... Oh yeah, this thing will be blocked in now, isn't it? I'll have to take care of that. We can just put it like that. Sure, the best solution to that would be that. And just put the crate in here. Might actually want a second larder, even though it's gonna take the ice, which I'm not the biggest fan of. Doesn't matter which larder you have. Let's take this crate. What is it for? Candles. Yeah, I think the candles should be kept somewhere along here. In these corridors, actually fine. Like, you don't need to keep all this open space everywhere. If you put it like there, they will still be able to get around very quickly. And then we can go and buy another larder. put it there. This one can actually be set a little bit more in. Same as this. So we have more open ground in the middle. This thing is going to store just 2 fish, venison, seafood, and then this other thing will go poultry and pork. Okay. Now let's add the item to the menu. It's going to be quick carb soup. And we'll keep the price reasonable. Yeah, unfortunately we have to. And then getting some fat would be good. Can we find out? But the fat is plentiful. It's like here, Blood Village. We didn't have the trade route to it though. Where are the other places? This place might have it. Fat for 55, yeah. It's decent. They're the sheep, they have some lager as well. Just gonna buy whatever. Onion is expensive, they have some cheap potatoes. Could actually use that. And some beans, I guess. Make it cheap. Order it. And we could start using the fat to fuel a couple of torches instead of chandelier this corridor. Still very popular with bandits. Probably because of the menu. If anything, I don't really have bandit decorations, but they are drawn to this place. What is the current quest? Take care of the Countess. Place Herak, yeah. Oh, Rag. Somebody in Rag. Oh, the color, the quality of the material, beautiful. Surely a handiwork of a Sumerian master, probably from Ragosa. You can't tell by the gold, so subtle embedded into it. Oh, you've made me happy, innkeeper. Thank you. Now the room is perfect. Do you need anything else? I got hungry from all this talk. Could you tell the cook to prepare me something to eat? Something local, or late delicacy perhaps, or maybe something from Winter March. So we're close to the border after all. Okay, we should cook her a recipe from Dutral, I guess. I'm not sure what she wants. Moss dumplings? Oh no. She wants this, and that's not good. Let's just take it, it's fine. It's gonna be a while before we can do that though. So yeah, we have a bunch of fat now. I think fat is stored in shelves as well, or... yeah. It's gonna take a little space in our larder. Now we can add something else to the menu. There's my food. Silence. Okay, garden patch is unlocked. I know. I don't like her, let's just put it as ship. So long, I'm no longer hungry. Besides, I just sold a Baroness Mill. As blubber months tomorrow, the whole of your village should be talking about my failure. Then a goodbye. This is fun. Oh, I'm bored. Go and find me a bard. She wants us to get a freaking bard now. That's gonna be horrific. It costs a lot of money and a lot of space and another room. So these quests, you can see how fast it's ramping up, what the demands are on you from the game. So you just need to, on the sidelines, just take a long time to actually make a bunch of stuff happen. Alstero. Oh, the Innkeeper. May all the monsters scatter and hide. All the ones that die of fright. For I, Two-Fish Alstero have arrived. I'm currently on a glorious quest. I might not linger here for too long. Alas, my companions told me that beautiful lass is staying here in your inn, and to see her, I had to as well as offer her the humble services of the knights errant. Talking about Callistance, Alyssa, yeah. You can let them see her, that would be great. Countess, you say, even better, take me to her. Introduce myself and offer my services, as you wish. Yeah, she doesn't like them, but I don't care. Anything that triggers her is good. She is a snake. Yeah, we have the potatoes now, which should be fine for one of the things we can make. What are the other stuff? Yes, this. Fried eggs. Make it affordable. And we have another level. So let's take a look at it. We want to be doing around flour, I guess. Gun patch, we want compost bin first. So we'll be making a couple of these. And then let's make a couple of batches. So plant, cereal, fertilize it, water it, turn on automatic planting. This one is gonna be that. Fertilize, water it, plant it. So now we don't have to grow or buy as much this stuff. Our storeroom is almost full though, so we need to be using these resources more than anything else. I need to wait until it's evening again, so we can get more guests. Also, our barrel is full. If I had money, I would buy that. Here's a cheese, welcome. Happy New Year to you too. You want to learn it in Czech. Fairby already redeemed it. Oh, Baron did it. Oh yeah, so it's just nový rok. and my keyboard is messed up because it's English. Oh, let's just switch it. So Szczesny is happy, Novi is new, and here is Rock. Nothing resembles English at all. Sure, it's not an issue. What is that? Is that fireworks? Might be. Okay. Your workforce has expanded significantly. Yeah, we do have a lot of people around. So we've got... I cannot really filter them, but it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 people. One of them is Martin, the innkeeper though. So 12 hired employees. Martin is basically a slave. He works for us for free, forever. At least, he might actually die or something during the story. I'm not sure. But for now, he's our servant. Was that a thief stealing your things? If there was, I completely missed it. But there are bandits coming and going into the inn a lot of the time, so it might just have been a bandit. But sometimes there are people who like sneak in and steal something and then run off. Even through here, that actually could happen. Especially later on, it will happen once we advance the story. Yeah. I have a tag to keep an eye out, but he cannot be everywhere at once, so, you know. And somebody's taking bath, that's good. Need money. Added a path. Yeah. So you can finally become large castle. Oh no, what's happening? Okay. We also have this room upstairs now. So that's the she's a story person. One of the counselors to the old king that died. She was actually responsible partially for the assassination. Or in league with the other assassins. She's just hanging around here. I do my best to trigger her as much as possible. But for now she wants some bullshit requirements, so that's that. We just recently, like a couple of minutes back, we unlocked growing things. So we're making our own onions and cereal, which is gonna be useful. Keep our stuff going, and then I'm gonna add one more plot, which is gonna have potatoes. I'll fertilize it, water it, and automatically grow it. I wanted something. Oh yeah, I want a wine barrel. Just going to accept. Cider. The horse rider has just been sitting here all day. Not only today, he's been here for years. He's bugged out. And even if I move this, it's not gonna fix it. much would I like to charge these people more money, but we cannot. It's very sad. It's night time, so a bunch of people came in. What about this? Repair it. Take a look at the foods. Somebody had the fish, just like one person. One had the eggs, 4 had the stew. Yeah, just the new meals are not as popular as I would like. Just mainly need more. Should be spending a lot more time with just, you know, make money, because the quests are gonna get out of control really quick. They'll require silly things. And right now she wants a bar, and that's not happening anytime soon, so just have to grind. Let's take a look if we can. I think we can open up a trade route with some place or other. Where was it? I'm sure I did that. Just don't remember. Oh yeah, it was here. 60, I don't even have that, so unfortunately no. Might need a dog pretty soon though. That would be good. So is that a dog in the city? Yeah. Let's get him. Is it him? Yeah. Hunger, thirst, right. We need to get him a dog bowl. If we have money, which we don't currently. 250, I can't even afford that. Well, let's wait a little bit. Let's get a dog bowl somewhere. Is it necessary to have it outside? Yeah. Have it here. And then dog house. Dog mansion. I guess we do that. It's not that expensive. It's just 100 schmeckles difference. And hopefully the dog is gonna help to safeguard our place. It's the vermin. Someone wants a bath, that's good for us. Told the dog to open those doors. Yeah, it kinda happens on its own. You have no real say in it. And more vermin. Fortunately, nothing really stopped them, so they'll make a mess. It feels so pointless when you cannot even stop it from happening. I guess they didn't do as much damage as they could have done. It's just really annoying. Let's build a doghouse nearby the farms. There are animals who can totally smash that. There are some rats somewhere. Our cat should take care of that. It's currently sleeping. This is a new kind of food. It doesn't have a doesn't have an item. Keep making money. Could especially make some good money from the lodgings if people actually come to use them. Prices should be reasonable still. It's just sometimes they use it more, sometimes less. I think this cauldron is destroyed, yeah, well, it's just parrot. Made some money from the bath. Baths are fairly popular actually. That's good. It's a money maker. It's just I wish they would use it more. I'm not sure if it works like that, where where they will use it like this. I might actually invest into it just to split these rooms up and have them like a individual sort of booth with a bathtub each. But then you'll probably have to use torches to light it, because I don't want to burn as many candles on that. And fat is fine, just need to probably add it to our list of things to watch out for. Fish can be done as well. You can do poultry, I guess. It's not really super important. Potatoes. Yeah, I think we might have to split it up. Unfortunately, also the water barrel. It shouldn't really be there. Just sell it. Made some money now, that's good. Still have some customers. should be doing kvass soon. I think someone has the recipe for it. I don't hear, right? Recipes, kvass is here. Fetch me that recipe. And then after we unlock a new level, we'll do the other thing. We have the quern now, right? Quern, exercise, mannequin. Once your tenants train their strength. Right. Well. Where do we put this? I guess our kitchen can have that, because it's an inside implement. It's craft flour. But it would be good to have sort of limits on goods if we could. It's just, I don't think it's possible to have that, so we'll just have to manually keep it on and off. Okay, in this place it's now ready to be split up. If we could, let's take a look at the furniture. I'm gonna put the baths in the corridor for now. This thing will sell that. That there, that there. Shields, put that there. Rooms, can you divide? No, so I'll have to just remove. Oh yeah, there is a throne in there. And then build a new room. Just gonna be like that. Expand this thing. That's the limit. We'll be having a door, indoor thing. Let's give them the same walls. Could actually do a different kind of theme for that. I think blue would be okay. Floors. Let's do the mosaic. And then try to fit these things in here. So it's gonna be a bathtub, as well as this thing. Just gonna go there. This thing, we don't have to have that. Ooh, no. How is it called? Changing screen. We have the good one, right? No, we have the mediocre one. But still fine. At least we can afford it. Let's give him the shield. And the throne. I'll just keep it elsewhere. For now. Don't really have a room for that, so let's just keep it there. The first thing you see when you enter the frickin' inn. I don't think people mind that. You have the kvass recipe, so let's add it on the menu. Kvass. Very few customers right now. It's daytime, so it makes sense. It's gonna get better later. Now, what about the flour? I guess you made some already? Yes. Let's keep it. Keep our tab on it, so we know how much we have. And we won't need like a slow amount of it. So after this guy is done with that, stop making it, yeah. Oh yeah, and torches. Can do the same for this corridor. Have to change up the staircase eventually, which is gonna allow us to get rid of this thing, so no more consumption of candles. Fat is actually much cheaper, so some of the places will have torches instead. This is a bathroom. Appearance is kind of shit. I think we wanted painting. Can do the naughty ones. It's cheaper. You have a new point. Let's get the bakery. Bread consumption will probably rise as we can serve kvass now. People usually go for that, but since it's cheap as well. Oh, we don't have money though. Let's wait. I think it costs like 1500 or something. Get the bakery. The oven. We have full gossip. Yeah, spend it on the city. Let's take a look at the trade route, unlock it. What does it have? Decorative table. Yeah, sure. Let's grab it. Recipe. Pork stuffed. We actually could make our own pork. The garlic and apples would be an import though. We unlocked a bunch of new stuff. Does it have anything? Probably not. Yeah, a bunch of new cities to unlock. Looks like we have a bunch of everything, so nothing is in shortage really. Just keep using up our resources. But yeah, getting some extra recipes would actually be beneficial if we could already use some of the stuff we already have. Unfortunately, some of these just have even different kind of things that we don't really want to get. Not that we can get it because our stockpile is kind of full. We have a shelf, but not a fan of using that too much. How much does the oven cost? 1000. I bought Bannerlord in the holiday sale. Did you use any mods for Bannerlord? There are certainly many of them. Yes, I did. It depends what you want to use. But for the purpose of the stream, I wasn't a fan of the menu of the vanilla progression system because I would be grinding for like 50 hours before I could get my first supplement. So I can tell you which ones I used if you want. Because I didn't want to be a vassal, I just went straight to my own kingdom. Browse, subscribe items. You can just use the Steam Workshop. You don't need to go to Nexus because sometimes the horrible compatibility issues will kill that. The improved diplomacy and improved garrison looked good. Yeah, that's decent. But the diplomacy is still broken beyond repair. The system in the game is so broken that even the mods cannot fix it entirely. It's just... If you've seen some of the latter episodes, it's just insane. You'll get slaughtered by like 5 wars at once, and none of them will peace out even if they are heavily losing. So, you know, it's just a pain. Existence is a pain in Bannerlord. I have... Can I share my subscriptions? If I give you this link, can you click on that and see what I have? Probably not, right? That's not how it works. It would be too simple. No, it just takes you to the Steam page. Well, I also like the dynamic culture. It's called Dyna Culture mod that adds changing culture compared to what the owner of the settlement is, and you can change it in the menu to how fast it happens. So you can do that, but you will need the mod manager, which is good because you can like tweak some mods with that. So it should tell you what you might want. Mod configuration menu V5 is the mod for that, and then UI extender. I used the Dismemberment Plus, that was pretty fun. Harmony is necessary to make sure the compatibility between mods is retained. Then there is a mod called Improved Garrisons, which gets you the garrison stuff we had. I haven't really bothered with that. Another good thing, quality of life stuff, is Governors Handle Issues mod, which lets your governors take care of small issues with the governed cities or castles where locals will ask them to fix something, so you don't have to constantly micro and do that. Diplomacy is just called Diplomacy. And then Hideout Plus lets you take more people to hideouts. Kill counters is when you can get kill count on your character or your companions, how much they do in battles overall. I kinda like that. Party size increase is good because I don't want to grind stewardship forever. Agricultural estate. Agricultural estate is the mod that lets you invest into villages to get some passive income. Adjustable leveling is good to make sure your skills can grow faster. If you are tired of grinding something for ages, you can just go and use that to adjust how quickly, for example, the engineering skill levels up, because that takes absolute ages. Let's get the oven. But we'll be repositioning these compost bins over here. There. You actually do craft fertilizer, craft bread. And currently we'll be stopping it. We'll just use it when we need it. Pulled most of those up and we'll inspect them. Okay, good. I have some other ones if you want, but I'm not sure. Renamed Companions was good. so that I can keep. You can even rename them to like, I don't know, Smith guy or surgeon, so that know at a glance what each person does. Rename companions. Then you can have a large bag of balanced modifier, which is for ranged, like for javelins. So you can find large bags of javelins for your companions. That's not for me, I don't use thrown weapons. But it's good because it doesn't make sense. The game is exclusive in terms of if you want large bag or very high quality things. So you can just have that. Legionaries throw pilum, that's also something I had. Smith stamina regen anywhere is a good mod if you do smithing. If you travel along the map of the world, you will regenerate stamina as if you were waiting in city. It's crucial. Oh yeah, and also real battle size. That's a mod that allows you to increase the battle size, because I was tired of fighting with just like 500 men total on both sides. So that will increase that. But you need a CPU handler. And then Battlelab is the library for mods. Some mods might ask you to get that. Need to make more money, which means more guests. I need to figure out how to get more guests. I was kinda unsure about that. The game is kinda obscure. Let it run in the background to get some money. I'm just gonna read here. Okay. I think we'll need to just go ahead and take a look at our main hall and just try to make it so it's appealing to someone else than the townsfolk, because that's currently not even a culture group we have. So adventurers would actually be the best, or travelers. So you'll need a bunch of money to invest into decorations, which is not gonna be simple. Like they are kind of picky. They will like the shields, which you can slap all over the walls, but that's about it. Kinda curious about the kitchen things. take a look at that. We have the kettle. We could get a better grill, but this stove is actually quite shitty. And we only have access to the basic one, so it's a bummer. I'll actually hire a town crier, I think. Yeah, let's hire a town crier. See if it helps. It's for 3 days, so we'll see. Just gonna take, I have a bread slice with garlic spread. Just gonna eat that. Everything seems to be working okay. You're making some money, that's good. What is this thing? Oh, the recipe. We would have to increase our notability. Fiery rolls, pork, greens, spice, and cannot get that. Fish stew. I cannot get the lemons easily. It's a lemon pie as well. I think the boar stew, or was that a cheese soup? There is cheese soup here, but it wants a different kind of beer we don't have access to. But there is an onion soup, which we already have ingredients for it, which is we just need cheese, which I think is fine. We could even make our own cheese eventually, but I don't think we can just yet. Cheese, no. Milk. Cow. Shed. Can you make cheese from it, or if I buy it, it's gonna just sit here being useless. Let's try it. Craft milk or craft beef? Let's not make anything yet. Instead, we'll have to just buy the cheese. Where is cheese? And is it affordable? Yeah, we'll have to wait until we buy the recipe, I guess. And then we can buy some cheese. And there we go, 2 baths. I was waiting on that, if that would happen. I need to pour myself some coffee, which is a Czech equivalent of Coca-Cola-like products, but it's actually made from, I think it's originated from Coca-Cola. It originated when commies were making mass-produced coffee here, and so they used some part of the refuse from the coffee production. Coca-Cola, yeah, it's Coca-Cola. That's how it's held. That's like black drink. It basically looks like Coke, but it's not. Tastes very different. Haven't had it in a while. It's usually associated with Christmas and New Year celebrations. Cola flavor, but I like the coffee. Yeah. It's not flavored like cola at all. Like, it's kind of similar, but not really. It tastes very different. Tastes a bit medicinal, yeah. But it's not like pepper. Like Dr. Pepper tastes different as well. You just have to taste it. I cannot describe the taste. It's very weird. Cat wants to sniff it. It's annoying. Everything's breaking constantly. And I'm pretty sure. Let's take a look at the consumption of some of these things. Salt, 10 of that. Kvass, yeah, it's being sold. Need to get the cheese. So let's take a look at the cheese. It's originating from here. If we could trade with them, how much do you want for cheese? 87, that's a good price. Let's get a bunch of cheese. And we might also want other stuff. 5 points. Mushrooms. We could use mushrooms as well, but no. We just cannot go overboard on some of this stuff. Just don't have enough space to accommodate that all. Still get some berries, some bread. Berries, not berries. Berries are incredibly expensive here. We want 6 more things, so let's get some tomatoes. Let's get some soap. It's actually pretty cheap in here. It's gonna raise the quality of some of our service. Because we will be allowing the soup to go. I think you can. I'm not sure if you can actually have it here. Also, we should do another naughty painting in the bathrooms. Money, come on. It's taking them a while. It's like 2 identical people. Yeah, 218. Decent. Someone's sick. I'll send her off to heal. Cat is lying on the table. You might actually want to go to my lab if you want to see the cat. You could show the cat. It's just if he wants to come here. It's always a question. Even if he looks like he does, sometimes he's just not. The last second, come here. Looks like he wants to escape. Okay. Well, it's unfortunate. Maybe Kate can come and give him to me. Katja?
Yeah. The cat transportation. Yeah.
Will you want to stay though? That's the question. So cool. No, not today. Last day he wanted to stay and he was quite happy with that, but today no. Maybe he'll come later. He usually is used to coming to me. Right about like 22, 23 o'clock. So we'll see. Everything seems to be going okay. We should get the shipment soon enough, right? Where is it? I'm so confusing. Yeah, there it goes. Transportation failed? Yes, it did. It's unfortunate, but I cannot force him to be here. But usually he likes to stay. It's just maybe too early or something, I don't know. But he was like lying on the table right beside me, showing his paws and belly, but nope. Onion soup, let's add it. Make it tolerable price. Hey Fairby, welcome. Are you talking cats? Yes. The male one wanted... I wanted him to be here again, but he decided against it. But he might come back later, like you saw it last time. It was very cute when he was in her lap. Yeah. He just likes to go full cat. Just all cuddles. No restraint. Let's get a soap. Gonna have a soap crate. And yeah. It will also be beneficial to disable the soap from these storage places, but it's just... I don't want to flick it individually. If I click it with control, it's gonna happen with all of them. No, but you can click on them. It's gonna stay in the same spot. But it's quite annoying. Okay. I've never seen a cat that relaxed with you touching him, yeah. He was... I basically finished the description of my mat, anyway. That's good. It's always good to have a story, especially with some hints. We could maybe play tomorrow if you want. Because you can assert that he's not here tomorrow. So we are not gonna play his map. And yeah, the cat is very chill. It's just... they trust me completely. Big mistake. To be fun, I doubt this one will take you 3 hours. That's not a problem. Not all of them have to be soul crushing, you know? It's fine. Okay. Can we grow greens by ourselves? I kinda doubt that, but... let's take a look. Yeah, we can. You'll do more cereal. True, yeah. That's fine. And also, just for me, generally, you know, sometimes just people show up to a random map I play, and if it's something like horribly unfair, they don't have any idea what the Caesar, like what a regular map is supposed to look like. So playing normal maps from time to time is actually better for me, just because, you know, it's introducing people to the channel in general. So I don't mind that. That's why we also play some of the not so crashing ones from time to time. But we also play a lot of bullshit, like today, where we played the horrible one. 900 weapons map. And looks like we are able to just continuously supply whatever they want, which is nice. Let's take a look upstairs. We might want to reshuffle that. I'll suggest it. So if we do a corridor through here, right? So let's take a look, expand that there. And then we'll remove this and that. And then we'll go layer down, then we'll do objects. No, staircase. I need to build a new one. Up, down, there. This one. Remove the staircase. Fortunately, it will not refund me, I don't think. Might have given me a little bit. Doors. Let's get a new door here. Let's shift this. Actually, I might have to remove these and make a new room instead. So if we want that, we could have something else in here, which would actually be fine to have something. I've noticed that I really enjoy to put some historical facts into descriptions. I get more ideas with the maps and stories if I can relate to a real event, even if it's event is aesthetics. Yeah, that's correct. But again, Caesar is usually very limited. Like if you were to go and try to recreate a map that has invasions set in specific dates when the fights were supposed to happen and stuff like that, what would happen is usually it wouldn't be that good, because just it took ages for some wars like Punic Wars to happen and different invasions, stuff like that. So in reality it just doesn't correspond very well with the actual events. That's the same sort of deal, I feel like, when you go and recreate a landscape just because of something's supposed to be there, like a lake or a mountain range. If it's not properly done and it's made supposed to, if you just tailor it and make it so it looks like exactly like in real life, what happens is it will often not make sense gameplay wise. So these things, again, sometimes it's actually good to take some creative liberties with this in order to make it not so I don't know how to call it, but yeah, I believe that sometimes you have to take creative liberties in order to keep that flow of the game in the correct manner. But I think you know that. Basically with history right at the start, so there's background as to why you are there as a governor. That's what I enjoy so much about the campaign stories. Yeah, makes sense. So you don't have to necessarily railroad anything else, really. And just that will provide you with some structure to the story, which is good enough. What do we make here? I guess another storage area. We could even expand this one, I guess. Which I kinda like, because we need a lot. We need a lot of storage. So I want to try to do that in my custom maps too. Yeah, it makes sense. As I said, it makes sense. Just a sec. And I can already see a problem. Someone is stuck. How will we fix that? Well, I'm gonna have to remove my staircase. Let's hope that helps. Okay. Upstairs. Throw that. In this event, there was even a real guy who was sent to this town to take care of rebuilding the town, supposed to govern it. Yeah. It is. It's good when you find things like that are relatable to RL things that happened. It's just kinda rare to be able to find a good setting like that. With a lot of the other stuff, it's just kinda I don't know how to call it, but yeah, either it takes too long or it's just not as simple to find something that's relatable like that. So that actually kind of worked out well for you. What do we do with the storage area? I kind of like to give it something like this maybe, even though it's pretty hideous. Just to differentiate the different rooms, you know. I got lucky. I could have started player with 2.5 million denarii. Yeah, that would be insane. That's fine. You can even like that's why the creative liberties are actually good. Like what I would do is I would set up the scene by Caesar having you and telling you that you are supposed to go there and there. Terrible event happened. You should rebuild the city. Therefore, I give to you this amount of money to rebuild the city with, and you're gonna get it. And then along the way, one of your ships gets trashed or whatever, or you get shipwrecked and rescued, but only a small amount of that money is saved. Or you could even do something like it's not true, of course, but you could have it so that pirates captured you and had to ransom yourself or something like that. So that's also what was happening a lot. But after Pompey took care of them, it was no longer that huge issue for the Romans. It's a shame I cannot copy settings, so this is gonna hurt. Let's get a couple more shelves. So let's start by doing candles. Mugs, plates, soap. Soap, plates, mugs, candles. But going from that much money down to a couple of thousand left will feel odd. Yeah, or you can leave it out. That's also fine. Because that money in scope of the game just isn't feasible. It's the same sort of deal like with huge cities in game. Like some people are misguided and want you to build cities of like 100,000 people. The game just isn't of that scope at all. Even if on some maps, even with 6,000, you will struggle to employ everyone. On some good maps, you can even fit 12,000 without labor sponging too much, but you know, it's all subjective. Make wares cost 1,000 times more. No. That's not good. Okay, so we have more storage area, that's always good. Now what about the upstairs? We should develop it further. Getting a bard quarters would be decent. I think we also will probably smash this into two rooms. So that one is here and the other one is here. So you can adjust that. Also the personal rooms only need this space. I don't think they need to be this big. So how are you doing? I think the fat is kinda running out. So we might want to make that. I don't think you can make it yourself. Maybe I can take a look at the internet. Okay. You should have a new level. So let's increase something. Reduced cost of advertisement. Let's pick that up. It's pretty decent. And what will we be doing next? I still like to make this friendly to travelers more than these guys. It's just really difficult for some reason. They probably don't have many good foods on the menu that they like. Unfortunately, they don't want mushrooms and stuff. I can't get that easily. Even though mushrooms and herbs are pretty simple. But I can't make any of it myself. That's a problem. But we can just order some of it. Mushrooms, it's a decent price. And then herbs. Do you sell herbs? Yes, and decent price for that as well. So I'll be buying 5 and 5 to keep enough. So we can keep selling that. Then, do we want anything else? Got any kvass yet? Yes, we did. I'm gonna show you the menu in a moment. Gonna buy a little bit of berries. Oh, we have fat. A lot of fat. Then spend some gossip on it, make it cheaper. So this is our menu. So we sell wine, lager, bread soup, grilled sausage, roasted grain drink, soldier snack, which is eggs and bread, pate with cranberries, mug of cider, barbarian stew, quick carb soup, fried eggs, kvass, and onion soup. And now we'll be adding barbarian or breaded mushrooms to the menu. They are not very profitable, but it will make the travelers happier, which is what we need. We also will need to equip this to be looking different. Is there a stool that favors travelers as a group? I don't think there is. What about chair? Oh yeah, they like these, but they are very simple. But you know, that's good enough. We could just go in here, sell a couple of benches, pile in some chairs. more we have, the more likely it is to flip the scenery. So I think the benches are also undesirable. Yeah. That should even help with the appearance a bunch, and it favors travelers. Decent. Decent. I've never had kvass, is it good? Kvass, I don't know, I never had it. It's a Slavic beverage, more popular in places like Ukraine, Russia, maybe Poland. But here it's, I don't think anyone ever serves it. Makes his own kvass, yeah. It's pretty simple, like it's a brew basically, right? So you just make a beer but you don't finish it properly. That's how it works, I think. It's Korean, not Slavic, so it's pretty different. Yeah, but Koreans also do have stuff like kimchi and different things, so different civilizations came up with fermentation for their kinds of food separately. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's kind of similar, but also a different take on it. Okay, do you want to start making your own bread? Probably not. I want another garden with more grains, I think. It's gonna be used for absolutely everything. The way he makes it, it ends up a lot like Orangina. Okay, yeah, like so pulpy. That's how it's supposed to be though, I think. But Russians have it like a beverage, so something like I talked about kofola, I have. So they would have that sort of beverage, I think, in like cinema theaters and stuff. So it's like basically a staple, so they make it in factories, I think. We have something a little similar in Sweden, very little alcohol hold, and it's considered alcohol free. Yeah, basically a cultural sort of beverage like that. Wouldn't surprise me. Okay, so we have herbs, we have the mushrooms, I think. Are these the mushrooms? Potatoes, onions, mushrooms, where are the mushrooms? Here. Okay. So we have a bunch of new stuff on the menu, even cheese, things like that. So our storeroom is swelling up, but with the variety comes the option to please a lot of people with that. And more travelers we attract, the more people should use our inn as well as a service, which would be good. And I will actually invest into a couple of shields, I think. They are also traveler friendly, and they like it. Looks like the lager has just been drained like crazy. We'll have to buy that. Bread soup surely is popular. Yeah, it is. Very popular. I would actually want them to use some other stuff, but now that we can grow our own grains and make our own sausage, we actually make the bread soup basically from nothing, because it's water, sausage and bread. We can all make that without importing anything, which is great. Same with the grilled sausage, because we also make the onions and the sausage ourselves. So anything like that you can make yourself is usually pretty good. Of course the drinks are still something we cannot make, so It's kind of a bummer. Let's take a look at the storage capacity on these barrels. 1 times 80, 1 times 60, yeah, so these ones are strictly better. Just need to drain it. So what does this one contain? Wine, lager, wine, lager. So let's drain it. Let's wait until they drink it and then we'll build a new barrel for the lager. I want the bigger ones. It doesn't really make sense. It's like basically the same size. It's just, you know. And are you here, Fireby? Need to ask you something. Someone's using the bath. That's good. 2 baths, actually. Maybe it's her. Yeah. Okay, we'll go and replace this bench. Let's focus on something else. I wanted to ask what kind of time would work the best for you for tomorrow for the Caesar map. You also will have to send it to me. I don't think you uploaded it to Haven yet. I'll send it to you tomorrow. I'm aiming to be up at 6, so the time works really okay. I'll see you when I wake up. After 9 would be the most comfortable. Okay, yeah, it sounds reasonable. I'll see if I can do it on time. So 9 or around 10 tops, I hope. Looking forward to it. So what about our goods? Might add herbs. Want to add Purple Watch the soap. Some of the stuff is spoiling. That's fine. So do you want to start making something of our own? Looks like stocks are still stable. I can polish the description a bit more. I'll be adding some historical details into it here and there. Yeah, if you can find something like that, it would be great. I might be interested in hiring a new kitchen hand if there was someone who would be good. This guy is great. Speedy, loyal, persuasive and cheerful. It's insane. All the good things. It never happens. You'll be primarily cooking and doing
Did
that.
I burn something?
Take a look at the expansion. I could add more beds, feasible. I think that would be cool. Let's just add these things to somewhere else. Can have those here. You can start using soap. While washing the dishes. Also, let's take a look at the map. I don't have money. If I had money, I would do some advertisement. Where is our dog house? Here, it's actually being used. Gonna play. Yeah, that's fine, I guess. Can be there. Anything else you want to watch out for? Not really, I guess. Eggs are actually becoming a little bit scarce, so I reckon we'll coop. I might have to have another cat at some point. A lot of soldiers coming and going. Some peasants still, some rogues. Prepare that. Guess I want to take care of that. Do you want to make pork again? Probably not yet. You have a lot of sausages left. Oh yeah, and the dog bowl, where is it? I don't think I have given it food yet, which is pretty bad. Eat sausage. Somebody wanted to steal something from us and got kicked out. It's good it didn't work out. Okay, we have some money. Let's take a look at the city. Where is the city? I guess we can do Crossroads advertisement. So what would this guy do? Travelers and these guys affect 16, 15, 19 affect. A lot of meals and gambling. I don't have gambling. This is decent. Let's do that. Can we do advertisement in here as well? Yeah. Lodgings, yes. It's gonna be a lot of investment, but if it brings people, it will be good. Some of them might start to cause problems though. We'll have one tag, so it's not the greatest. Someone was thinking bath, that's great. Another bath. So baths are going. So it's good. I'll move the chandelier into the kitchen. I'm not sure if it's affecting the quality, it might. Oh, let's add a couple of torches here instead. Let's enable the notifications a bit so I know if anything is amiss.
Your reputation is improving.
It's gonna spam us with that. And
Your
figure on the wall.
employee is leveling up. Your reputation is improving.
A lot of gossip. Might want to unlock something, I suppose. $60. This city.
Your reputation is improving.
Instead of having garlic bread. That's pretty simple. I like that. Furniture, vase. Why not? And then also unlock a trade route if we can. Yes. Another city. Another city. Decent price for a lager, but we want to we wanted to run out.
Your reputation is improving.
It looks like bread is sort of running out, so let's activate the baker. Can make something of our own. So we have to constantly import that. Just make a bit. I think we'll actually want to, if we have an, yeah, I'm gonna go and just sell a bunch of this. It's used. And get the traveler beds. Even if they are more hideous, what we need is to be able to attract the right kind of persons. So, is there a traveler's sort of bed? Or at least neutral? Bed is not bad. Quite good bed. It's bulky, uncomfortable to use. It's durable and fancy and messy. It's horrible. Wow. It was unfortunate. Seeing how bad the green screen was before, it looks amazing right now. Yeah, it's all the light. It's all the lighting. It's making all the difference. It's just mind-boggling if you ask me how big of a difference that makes, really. It's quite insane. So I'll shuffle some of this later. Take a look at the room. It's still odd why it seemed to think that very bright areas equals green color. I'm not expert in such technology. Yeah, same thing. Even now it's kind of messed up, but it's no longer horrible as it was. So yeah, much better. It just depends on what's on the mic background as well, you know. Like if I hover my portrait over something that's white, like this bed, it's gonna start to flicker, you know, and that's probably always gonna be like that, but it's nowhere near as bad as it was before. Stop making bread for a moment. We'll grind some flour now. So we can sell some of these beds, right? Or shuffle them. So is this neutral now? No, it's probably gonna be townsfolk, and there is nothing I can do about that. But it's a big sleeping area now, which is gonna be good for us. There's a thief.
Your reputation is improving.
And this time it was actually an improvement. So we can grow cabbages or carrots. I don't want either. Unlocks darts. Might be useful. Then we'll do the bar probably. Door? No.
Your reputation is improving.
Darts? No. I need to find it. There we go. Let's make it here. Needs to go somewhere where they can actually reach it.
can I do for you?
The employees like it, but guests should like it as well, right? If not, I might have to remove that. Constantly having a lot of guests, so that's good. So I want to make the walls prettier in the bedroom. It's whitewash.
Your employee is leveling up.
This thing will need to be reshuffled completely. We probably benefit from another well. It's very expensive
Your
though.
reputation is improving. Your reputation is improving.
I think our employees are also using it when they are supposed to be exercising or working, so it's just... I need to wait until they stop using it. Your reputation is improving, I know.
Reputation is
Horrible.
improving.
No nice things. Freaks. It's supposed to be for the guests. They just neglect their duties because of it. Not that they are even like addicts or anything, they just... I'm just gonna have to disable that. Because my reputation is improving. No. So do we do another well? Could be good. So lager is being drunk, that's good. Sort of the guest satisfaction. Some of them didn't like the place. She's unhappy. But a lot of people like it. Some of them don't. They don't like the decor in the main room. I think it's because it's for travelers, not for, you know, other people. But they will hate this room of all places, and there's very little we can do. Maybe we can like spend, I don't know, 5,000, just spam shields on every single piece of wall there is, and that will actually turn the room into travelers, which we should do that if possible. It's just gonna take a lot of money. But yeah, constantly having a lot of guests now, that's good, because we paid for the advertisement. It definitely pays off, I guess. It's just it forces you to do that, which it wasn't doing that before. I think you could have just attracted more and more people by being good at life. Well, now it seems like if you don't pay people to promote your inn, it's just never gonna happen. And the second the advertisement dries out, they will return to normal levels. So it doesn't like have a thing where it would just spread indefinitely, and once you build up a base of customers, it's not how it works. Just kind of shit way for this micro. Not a fan. I need to focus on travelers more. I just don't know why they hate this place rather than want to camp. Is there a way to tell? No travelers. Made a bunch of money. I think I'd like to expand this place and just make it into a bathroom again. No. Build a separate room. Then expand this corridor. Go all the way there. Let's get a door. It's gonna be costly to set this up. Walls. What are the walls here? Against this thing or this thing? This thing. Flooring. There were tiles, right? Here we are using some sort of tile. Yes. A lot of gold. Alright. Switch this into a bathroom as well. This as well. So people don't go there expecting anything else. It takes quite a bit to furnish a single bathroom, so it's an investment, but it should pay off eventually. Grain is running dry. So we made a whole bunch of flour, I guess. Yeah. Let's make some bread, I suppose. Actually I have plenty. Just let the grains recover now. Should happen, we have 3 fields for it. Just made a whole bunch of flour. I know there are also recipes that take it, but we can turn it into bread at need. That way, so that's good. Right, floorings. Where's the tile? We want it. It's not this. It's this. Now we need to build up a bank to do that. It's gonna take a lot of money. Also, there's a pest. Cat has driven it off. Yeah. cat doing its cat things. You might get a second cat actually, looking at just sometimes the one cat is busy, sleeping or eating or whatever, playing. So it might be good to have two cats, be able to just take care of the pests. Time for Mike. Get a job, yeah. Gonna have to earn his keep. It's a freaking pig in our kitchen. Evening, so business is ramping up. That's good. They might complain that this part is too dark. Let's get a torch. It's not the guest bedroom anymore. Yeah, it wasn't the guest bedroom, wasn't it? Just wake up to ferocious squealing noises. It's glorious. Welcome to my inn. Right, let's get a bathtub. We are using the posh one, I think. Yeah, the local one. The Patriot bathtub. And then screen. No, I don't have enough schmeckles. Okay. Now we have it. It's gonna take a while to furnish it as well, but you know, it should be fine. We also take a torch. One of the walls. We could get a better grill eventually, that would be pretty decent idea. I'm gonna start making a bit of bread. No, let's wait. Still want to deplete our goods, we have too much on stock. Stuff is just constantly busting up. It's just... Why? It's good, it shouldn't bust up. It's safe, it's fancy, and it's quite good quality. But it's just constantly busted. That's not very good. Okay, let's add the naughty paintings. Where is it? There's still a lot of stuff to invest into, just need to get money. So I think maybe next pile of money is gonna go towards advertisement again. Especially if we could get a bunch of people to want lodgings, that would be pretty decent. Not that much money currently. That's okay. Fairvice cat is just twisted in a bin. Okay, we need the advertisement. Just hope we can make some money. Not many people are using this, even though the prices are reasonable for how nice it is. But I've built quite large inn so far. It's comfortable sleeping position, yeah, it's just sometimes cats are really weird what they kind of like and how you would suspect they would enjoy certain positions, whatever. Kitscan shall be your next cat. Okay. It's 1,000 though. It's 1,000 money. I don't have that. And we need advertisement first. Maybe you could name the dog instead? I have a dog, which hasn't been named yet. Oh, Kitscan can be demoted to a dog. Is the boy or a girl? We don't know. That's not apparent in the game. You can just decide. We have some money. Let's take a look at this city. We could run some adverts, I guess. Name it better. Okay. Just a minute. Just well, yeah, that's fine. And it's gonna be travelers and that. We could try to find only travelers. Okay, let's pay for that. I have a comment on YouTube. Just let me check it out. Oh, somebody already watched the new map. Caesar. It's good to know. It was the person who suggested it. I was quite impressed at us beating it. At least that's nice to know. But it was very, very brutal map. Where is the dog? Dog is somewhere. It's always running around, I think. There you go. It's better. This is the last dog I had many years ago now. Okay. It's a strange name for a Swedish dog, I think. Because Vera is a woman's name in here, but it's called Vera. It's spelled like that. It's my aunt is having a name like that. Actually, quite a few people from my family have names like that, like Blanca as well. I pronounce it here too. Okay, Viera. This must be from Slavic languages though. But I know that Swedes were the ones to colonize parts of today's Lithuania and other parts of Russia. Like they set up Novgorod and they set up Kiev and Rus, right? And so it kind of makes sense that you, of all the Northmen, would actually have some sort of affinity or even like cultural knowledge of those things. Yeah. That would make sense. Because I know Norwegians went to Iceland, England, Scotland, places like that in their conquests mostly, while Swedes focused on the eastern side, right? They also more disproportionately went to all the way to Constantinople or Miklagard to serve the emperor as Varangians. Which was no small feat, even getting there to the Black Sea. Okay, everything seems to be going okay, but I'd like another advertisement campaign to attract more people. If there was a thing that attracts travelers, this one kinda does. The Finns still call us Ruotsi, which is probably the same word that Rus came from. Okay. Meaning those who row, or something along those lines. Okay, that's a good trivia actually. I didn't know that. So this is how, like, Rurikids, like the Rurik who set up the Rurikid dynasty in Kiev and Rus and founded it, was actually Swedish, right? And so it kind of makes sense, even the word Rus actually came from your language rather than the Slavs themselves, because they were basically like Slavs. Why I recall Slavs is because they were regarded as slaves by most cultures, like a lot of Eastern groups also enslaved them, as well as, you know, Northerners as well, because they did have much higher social structure in place. So the Slavs just weren't, even though they were numerous, they weren't able to really put up a good fight against such groups. So what often happened was they were subjugated, and only later, in like mid-medieval period, they began to form appropriate societal structures to actually resist things like the Mongols and other things like the Golden Horde. Which Baron actually knows quite a bit more about that, but so they just... Seem to remember that Slav means something similar to honor, glory. Slava, yes, but that's today's word for it, and I don't know if the Slavs were using that word before. Yes, Slava is glory. And a lot of the Slavic names and such also have that incorporated in them. So you have like Yaro, Slav, and then that's a name that's supposed to, it comes from two kind of parts, and that's Yaro is spring, and then Slava is glory. So that's how some of the names are formed. But I suspect it's a later construct, and mostly like other people call them Slavs before they call themselves Slavs, because them as a unified nation wasn't that, or even like a culture group, it really wasn't that common until much later. Boguslav too, right? Bohuslav in Czech, yeah. Bohuslav. Or you have various like strange names like that in like Jaromir. And then you have Mir is peace. And so you have those kind of mutations of words as well. And oh yeah, and my uncle is Vítězslav. And Vítězství is victory, and Slav is glory. So it's just, I'm sure you could tell me a lot at how your names are structured, because I know that you, for example, a lot of northern names actually have like their father's name to it, like something like someone's son, right? And that's how you have like a family name sort of thing. At least I think that's how it is, but that's like might be just a construct, you know? Who knows? I think one of our employees might be sick. Send her off. We have a Swedish version of some Slavic names as well. Yeah, that's cool. It's cool to see that. Who knows what was first, you know, as well. Like, might be the Slavs took it from you rather than the other way around. I wouldn't be surprised by that. Vladimir, Valdemar, Ivan, Ivar. Yeah. Of course, Ivar. And yeah, Valdemar is actually in Czech. Also, some people are called Valdemar or Vladimir. These are two separate names here, but both variants are actually used, even though Valdemar is more rare. Set up this other bathroom. It's gonna burn a lot of fat with all these torches, but... Okay, let's set up the dirty paintings. Where are they? And the shield. The sun part is only a thing in Iceland today. It was a thing here up until the 1800s, I think, and it's the last name. Oh yeah, right, okay. So that's how it works. So that's a construct then. I did know that some people were called that a lot during like medieval period, or even like during after Christianization of Scandinavia. Even then, these your people retained some of these, and it was then up until 1800s, as you say. Father's name is Nils. The son is called Nilsson. The daughter is Nilsdotter. Yeah. Makes sense. That's what I was thinking, but clearly, as you say, it's no longer in use, really. I guess it like falls out of practice a lot once you have a bigger society where you have a lot of people named the same way. So you would have a lot of people having these sorts of things. In here, the last name actually only became a thing after the Industrial Revolution, I think, when population density and then like increased a bunch, and also a lot of people shifted from living in the countryside to living in the cities. And then people started using their profession as last name usually. So it'd be having people named Miller, Linage, or Smith, Kovács, or you know, these sorts of things, and then people just kept inventing new and new surnames. Still live on today, but just because your last name is Svensson doesn't mean that your father's name is Sven. Yeah, I mean that makes more sense from just a demographical standpoint, because otherwise you would have a whole shit ton of people who would be named the same way, right? Because there are a lot of Svensson in Sweden, I think. So it might not be so practical in modern day society, but it's still cool to know all the little caveats like that, you know? Very many Svenssons today. Yeah, makes sense. Let's unlock the bards. Right. How do we deal with this? We might actually have to set up a second drinking hole. But Iceland still used the old system, which is pretty cool. Yeah, it's very cool. Very, very cool. I also do enjoy to learn about your history of like Scandinavian people in general, but I think it's very neat. A lot of very interesting things. What do I want? Someone came, it's a bard, I guess. This person, right? Alina is a bard. Right. I have a pretty unique last name though, which is why I'm careful on sharing. Yeah, if it's like a unique thing, then you might be traceable. So it's better not to share it. Like that. It's another bard. So many freaking bards here. I cannot have them though, not yet. Very traceable. Yeah, better not share that though. Okay, so if you want to expand, we cannot because it's already a full footprint of the building. So you just need to build up. Might want a drinking hole then. Over here, for example, would be pretty simple to set up. Just simple, expensive, rather, is the word I should have used. So what about our goods? Yeah, we are only at 12 lager. Can we replace one of the barrels? We can replace this one, which is good. Barrel. And this one is only going to accept lager. What about this one? It has wine in it. This one has 12 lager. There's a thief lurking. Okay, let's just import goods, I guess. Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. He's gonna steal my stuff. Nobody's here to stop him, unfortunately. Well, what can we do? Oh, what do we buy? We need some fat, we need a couple of candles, lager mostly. Garlic. We'll need that. How many mushrooms do we have? That's fine. Plates are fine. Actually, I could do with a couple more just to make sure we don't run out. Wood might be good as well. Can do two more things. A little bit of cereal and some herbs, I suppose. Drop some discounts on it. Start making bread. There we go, arrived pretty quick. And we can add... What is it? Garlic bread. Travelers will like it, which is good. Travelers are main interest group right now. Might want to start making some other kinds of food again. Now what about our... yeah, it looks like we could actually do a couple more gardens. Let's get me more cereal, fertilize water, rinse and repeat. Some sort of deal. And then composter, maybe? I'm not sure how much compost we have in total. I think it should be fine. Yeah. Fish is running out a bit, same with fat, but still have time before we need to fetch more. Could maybe make some sausages again, but we still have 100. 100 is a lot. Let's wait until it falls more. So what are the consumption rates? Yeah, some of this is pretty popular. One in soup is quite popular. So cheese is probably gonna run out eventually as well. I need to trace that. It's actually quite a bit still. Good. I'm just gonna go and pile in a bunch of shields in here for the travelers to attract them if possible. It's very expensive though, I'd like a cheaper variant of this. Items. Can we find something? Let's dump some points into this. Can we unlock the trade route? No. Who likes this? Nobles. Random thing, but I find it pretty impressive that Czech as a language managed to survive during the time you were part of the Holy Roman Empire. Must have been a lot of German influence back then. Not only back then, but actually like the HRE times, medieval period, was actually not that hard to survive. Just because it was, you know, just local dialects in the villages survived quite well, even in other parts of HRE. The problem really came later, after the Bitva na Bílé hoře, 1602, I think, when we were conquered by Habsburgs and we were integrated into Austria. So Austria took control, and they also had Hungary. So Austria-Hungary became later construct, but at the time it was mainly Austrians. However, they also speak German, and they made substantial efforts to make it the only recognized language in all the dealings. So it was much harder to survive that actually after medieval period, because in medieval times it was actually fine. Nobody really, like, even our nobles were Czech, everyone was speaking Czech. It was Czech and Latin, and German was also present, but it was not as hard forced as the German was later, because it persisted even like when First World War happened. Even then, official language here was German, and you were supposed to speak German. Even a basic peasant was, to be able to do basic things. And Czech was scoffed at, and it was really not that common to openly say that you know it and you want to use it. And so only afterwards it actually became a main language again, but it survived quite well because people just kept it going, even though it was not recognized for a very long time as an official language, which it is interesting. But also I think the Austrians didn't really do like everything they could to eradicate it, but they definitely didn't endorse it, and they wanted us to speak German. So, you know, just worked out, I guess. That was the fad. Here. Is this cheap? Yes, very cheap. I'm gonna buy a shit ton of that. Do some lager. Do you want anything else? We have plenty of potatoes, mugs, garlic. actually gonna buy a little bit of cereal, I guess. Beans, yeah. And ale, they have ale. For land. Okay. I'm just gonna buy another shipment immediately. I'll go ahead and buy a bunch of ale. Then I'll need to accommodate it though. And I don't know how. Maybe just take every other battle, keep it here. Ale. And more ale. Oh yeah, that one is actually thing. I like historical facts like that. Makes you feel more alive when you talk about a language instead of just a country. Yeah. Especially like when you look at Czechia, it's really small compared to some of its neighbors or most of its neighbors, even though it was larger before historically. And so it's quite surprising it actually managed to survive in a state that it did. And especially like not so much under Habsburgs because they kept it stable because it was Austria-Hungary, but when it was its own state in medieval times, it was quite impressive. Even though it was part of the HRE, it's still there were wars and there were like many ways to lose territory. Yeah, you also raided Prague. I think. But I didn't think it went too well. You did steal some stuff, but I don't think you completely destroyed it. Like, there was some sort of general uprising against it. Might need to Google that though, I'm not sure. You have another point. We'll just add the carrots. And we might want to add another advertisement campaign. Also, doctor, somebody's sick. Yeah, this is decent. These guys. Okay, it arrived. Let's add the Mug of Ale to the menu. Travelers love it. There was also a recipe that used ale for something. I can't remember what it was. This would only require us to get a single thing, which is cream. But I don't really want that. I also lose track of the small details. I know that the Protestants used our king to scatter Catholics, some kind of prophecy about a lion from the north coming to kill the eagle. So the Germans were quite scared of us back then. Of course, Swedish military prowess at one point was widely renowned. Karl the Great, right? Carolus Rex, and also you had other leaders like him before. It was revolutionizing warfare at the time, and yeah, you were fighting the Russians a lot, if I'm not mistaken, and then a couple of military defeats. Like, the problem was Sweden never had as much manpower as some of the other nations, but it had superior tactics. So it was working out until a point where the enemies learned from the mistakes and then kinda inevitably favored the countries with a bigger manpower pool. For the 30 Years' War we were quite unknown though. Thanks to during that war we became famous. Yeah. We also had a bunch of territory, even in Poland and such, I think. The largest extent of the Swedish Empire was actually quite big. Came later and managed to defend the country from basically all directions. Yeah, okay. So that was the thing I was thinking about, so this is earlier. Must be something I wanted. Yeah, this thing. I can just learn it. We can start serving it. We also need wine. This place has good wine, right? Yeah. Let's get a bunch of it. Do they sell cheese? It's very expensive, huh? What about cider? Cider is fine. Let's add more. Fish. Might want 10 of that. 10 of that. Tomatoes. Some wood. Like cheap. Let's wait until we get some money. He did fight in Poltava too, so he did fight abroad as well. Yeah. Makes sense. That was the famous dumpster fire of a battle, right? Oh no, I cannot get that recipe, I don't have money now. Well, it's a shame, but we can get it later once we get more money. I'm spending like crazy anyways, but we'll have good stocks at least. We made a lot of bread. Stop making it. Shelves are absolutely full. Still some space left, but changed history forever. Yeah. I'm not sure if you were around when I did historical specials. You need to remind me. Ah, I fucked up the recipe. I cannot get it anymore. Maybe when the guy comes back or something. Oh, that really sucks. I cannot get that recipe now. Don't think so. I might have seen that you did it, but I didn't watch it. Oh yeah, I have vods of it. If you were interested in just me ranting about history and actually using facts to make a video together, it usually took a long time. Currently I should be working on Hillside Wars, which I will. It's just had some other focuses currently because this it isn't popular on YouTube since I didn't have production value into it. I didn't make thumbnails or anything. It wasn't very popular, but I might revisit it and just do the thumbnails now. Maybe someone will find it. But if you want, I can send you the... It's just 2 videos I have. Both of them are an hour, but you can listen to it as a podcast if you want, or even like just take a look at the pictures from time to time. And one of them is castles, which is good. It takes a look at what medieval castles were, what preceded them, like Roman fortifications and such. And then the other one is Operation Anthropoid, which is assassination of Reinhard Heinrich during Second World War, which was a guy assigned by Hitler to oversee Bohemia. And some guys who were having British training actually came as parachuters and then did an assassination, which was successful. It was widely renowned here. So there was some facts around that. Just need to find it. We'll go over history. Actually, that's a very expensive subject, but it could be done in an hour's time, I think, if I don't go too much into details. Sounds like you know a lot about it. There are a lot of gaps though. A lot of the stuff is also kind of obscure, where we just don't have enough evidence to say, but a lot of it is anchored in myth. So a lot of that would be said like we need to take it with a grain of salt, and this is the version that's commonly agreed to, but there is no hard evidence to support it, or we have some evidence but not enough to really say it was like that for sure. But it could be a thing. Usually I let people decide in the Discord on what's gonna be the next subject though. So the next one is Houseside Wars, and then we can have another vote on another subject. Speculations can also be fun to an extent, as long as you explain that fact is is fact and what's not. Yeah, it needs to be established, because a lot of people will just take it for granted if they hear some random rant on the internet, and that's not. It spreads a lot of misinformation, which is not good. Like, you can be aware and share even things that are not rooted in absolute concrete evidence. But you need to be aware that you need to always clarify that. Otherwise, it's just spreading misinformation a lot of the time. But, you know, stuff we don't know this year, we might find something that will give it more evidence, or even like clarify that it's in fact not like that, which could happen like next year. We still find stuff, so, you know. If you don't want to look like a dumbass on the internet, you might have to just do that. Just always say, what's the source? And then you're fine. Sometimes the source is hard to, like the folk stuff is just, yeah, just what people say. Okay, we still have some vine. That's fine. I guess we have too much, yeah. They will drink it, I'm sure. So we need to make a bunch of money, so we can spend a bunch on decorating this room to make it attractive to travelers more. But first I'm gonna do yet another garden to grow more, schmeckles, grain. You can take a look at what's popular recently. I'm curious about barbarians 224 servings, 10 breaded mushrooms, 19 fried eggs, 1 garlic bread. That's not very popular. Kvass 91, yeah. Go figure. It's very cheap, so people go for that a lot. Ale is just not coming into that, but mostly, yeah, we sold a whole bunch of lager, more than wine. Onion soup is kind of popular. Pate is fine. Carb. Grain drink. It's not a lot. but I believe that we've earned a lot from rents overall. So this is like total revenue. Rent income is 26,000. That's a lot of money. It's almost as much as food sales in total throughout the existence of our inn. Other is probably baths and such. It's also quite high. Let's start spamming them. Style is still dance folk though. Also find all Slavic paganism to be quite fascinating, because like it is a little unexplored compared to Norse mythology, for example, which is sad. Yes, it is, because many Slavs that actually moved into Europe lost their pagan traditions and religion quite quickly. And so kind of makes sense, because Norse paganism and in general German paganism also kind of retained its value for a while longer, I think. Some groups even like practice it today, but it's obscure with the Slavic ones. Also, if you take a look at the Slavic pantheon, it's very similar, and it was clearly inspired by the Norse mythology. So, who knows what was first? My guess would be when Indo-Europeans were first moving into Europe. They actually brought these traditions with them, and they probably had similar sort of religion back then, when we were basically a single group of peoples. And then when we split into Celts, Germans and Slavs, we actually each brought the basics with us and then made our own. But it kind of makes sense, because even if you look at other culture groups, they sort of, their pantheons are kind of similar, but ours are much more closely tied together, and a lot of the iconography and stuff is also very similar. Also the runes and pictographs are the same. While in the other civilizations, like for example, if you take a look at Egyptians, they also have that sort of stuff where you have a god of this and god of that, but it's also like very different, and it also depends a lot on the area where the civilization developed, because for some peoples, some stuff might have been more important than for someone else. And what the gods stand for is also quite similar. Yes, of course. So yeah, my guess would be that actually like we brought it with us before we split into different groups, and so that's how we got it, and that's why it's so similar. The Finnish mythology is a whole another story though. Yeah, I can imagine, because Finnish people are actually not Indo-European. I don't think. Of course, now today it's kind of different, because Finland was a long time province and colony of Sweden, and part of it Norwegian, I think, and then also Russian. But the native Finns should have different blood. It's not an Indo-European nation, so to speak. But they do have part of Indo-Europeans in it, because there was a long period of them assimilating and mixing. So today you would say that maybe it's like 50-50 basically, maybe even more, leaning towards Indo-Europeans, I don't know. But the culture and traditions definitely must have been having different roots, because they must have brought them with them when they first settled there. Just like Lararii. Spam it. What does the room say? It says it's nice, but it's not telling me enough. Can charge more for it now, which is good. I'm tempted to just go overboard and charge them a lot. They would hate it. 7 seemed right. 107 is a lot of money though, for a single person sleeping here. They're part of Sweden for a longer time than they've ever been independent country now. Yeah, that's what I mentioned. So Sweden is kind of a new country as well. So makes sense that the cultural differences would be influenced by your culture as well. From the 10th, 11th century, I believe, up until 1800s. Yeah, makes sense. Even before then, actually, I believe that. If it was not outright control, it was significant cultural, how would you call it? Well, having an advanced neighbor, like in terms of local development, if you take a look at Finnish people at like 7th to 9th and 10th century, Scandinavians, like Swedes and Norwegians, had higher development and culture and all that. So it makes sense that if this was your neighbor, you as a lower advanced country, either you would be subjected to raids and colonization, which also happened, like settlements were for sure established even then, but then also the culture would also try to learn from the other one because of how successful the other one is, and that's how people like work, right? So if they find their ways backwards, or not backwards, but they see that something's working better, they would for sure go for it and try to improve upon their own culture, and of course they would be like trying to use that advanced one as a template. And so that's how you get that sort of influence, I guess you could say. And now it's travelers, good. Can we charge more? There are some sources that show that the Vikings might have been a little intimidated by the strange Finns, actually. Is there? Well, it's for sure that there was warfare, or even, like I said, raiding and such. But what I would imagine is at least some settlements would be established. Hey friendly computer, welcome. Thanks for the raid. How are you doing? Like that they were skilled at magic and stuff like that. Okay. Yeah. It's interesting. I should actually read about that if there is some source. Sounds... I never heard of that. Which is strange. But you must be right? Since you are like much closer to that. You must know more. Maybe you could send me a link in the mission post if you have something. So how are we doing? I think this is generally fine. We can just keep it as this. I'll see if I can find something in English. Yeah. I probably couldn't read the native version, so if you find something that's translated, it'd be great. Always looking forward to expand the horizons a bit. So how are our supplies looking? Decent. Sausages had a fine leg going down. Might want to rekindle that production soon, but not yet. Because you could also take the opportunity to learn Swedish, no. I was actually quite talented at learning languages when I was at high school, but that's a long time ago. So now at least just stuck at my own ways. Unable to really learn new things, I think. unless I had a lot of time doing it. Especially Scandinavian languages and even German is very different than Czech, so it's very different to English as well. Their freaking ABCs and everything is different. Sucked at learning languages, did you? I was actually best for my class, but it falls off. Like as you get older, you just suck at learning. So life works. My English is decent basically because I went to English speaking school in Sweden for 2 years. Yeah, that definitely helps, I can imagine. I went to a regular school, but yeah, like there was a huge discrepancy between what I've known and what other people in my class have known, so a lot of the time I was bored out of my mind because we were just doing things that I wasn't interested in at all. It was very basic. So I kept learning myself more than at school. But whenever there was something to get and glean from that, I of course jumped at the opportunity. But it was... it kinda sucks to be something like that. RuneScape helped me learn vocabulary. Yeah, games help a lot. TV shows and stuff like that as well. If you run with subtitles and no translations. It's just... that's how we improve a lot. Especially if you are a teenager doing school, you have some time on your hands. Doing stuff like that definitely helps a lot. Let's add the cheese soup to the menu. We have another stuck guy. Oh no. Okay, let's take this thing. I'll set this here. I'll take the trough. Just have it there. Oh, this guy unstuck, maybe? No. Just walked to it. Maybe if he set it there. You freak. Just do your job. Okay. Trough, where is it? Can do the basic stuff, I guess. Didn't really matter, the troughs. I'm just gonna sell it. Now what do? You leave, okay. These people, absolute freaks, I tell you. No. Not gonna happen. Okay. Next thing we want to invest into is probably another throne. So we can get rid of the outhouse. Maybe keep it just for the employees outside. A lot of busted up kit. It's not good. Just constantly suffering from that. What about goods? Sausage, still looking good. Okay, there we go. We have some influence to spend. Just need to figure out which city to unlock. is already unlocked. This one might be good. Hmm, 54, I cannot have that. What's the recipe? Pumpkin and fat? Pumpkin fritters. Well, I don't want to get pumpkins. I don't think we can grow them, so that's unfortunate. What can we get as an animal? I might want a cat. There you go. There's a cat. Let's have the cat. Where is the cat? I don't know actually. It must be somewhere around here. It's very expensive. Is there a dog toy, by the way? No. Can get a new cat pillow. And another toy. For the cats, I'd like that to be somewhere in the corridor to intercept any vermin, I guess. Is that a new cat? Yeah. Did I name the dog properly? Yes. This guy's stuck. Okay, let's have it like that then. I don't want them getting stuck. This should be fine. Should be better for them. Right? It's just leaving. Okay. Left his clothes here. To make some money, we could actually do some advertisement again, I guess. We should be getting a lot of attention still. Rats, I guess. Yeah, we have 2 cats, so that should be taken care of, hopefully. What are candles at? 95, that's fine. Sausages are definitely going down. I'll start to make pork again, as well as sausage. And we can... what are the poultry? 37 is a lot. I'm gonna just try to buff up the eggs a bit with this. And then, do we want milk or beef? If there are recipes for it, I could. I don't remember which ones would be having that though. Probably not anything from the south. This one uses milk, but you'd have to get nuts. And do they sell nuts in here? It's very expensive. Yeah, we'd have to find a different place to get it. Cabbage soup, we could grow cabbage ourselves. That sucks too. Leek soup. I don't have greens. So that these developers released a similar game, but in the Wild West setting. I'm not that interested in that era, but it has gotten pretty good reviews. I wasn't aware of that. It's actually interesting. I do know the name of the game, so I can find it. I don't want to search by the developer. I instead would like to search it just by, you know, the name of the game, rather. Searching for new recipes. I don't think I can get any of that. So no milk. Do you want more shelves? We still have some space, but we'll add some later. At least the storeroom should scale fairly well with our inn. It should be large enough to accommodate everything. The question is, do we go and advertise our inn again? We could. It's just very expensive. Something for travelers, preferably. I don't have gambling. Can't do that yet. This one is okay. Deadwater Saloon, okay. We should find it. Oh, it's kind of cheap. I guess it was earlier creation of theirs. Yeah, the people look kind of similar, right? There's some events. Some goods down. Yeah. Looks kind of interesting. It has good reviews, as you say. It's kind of something that I might pick up. As you say, I'm not that like a hugest enthusiast into Wild West setting or anything, but it's from September 2022. Okay, it's the same guys making it. Might be. As you say, we looked it up. Maybe it is. I just never even known that that exists. Looks interesting enough. Okay, so what's our immediate goal? Set up a new drinking hall and then get a bar down here. It's not made by the same developer company, at least. Okay. Completely different thing. How are you doing on, I haven't put this thing on my list. Let's take a look at the resources. This got slightly more popular. Ale is still not that popular. Quick carb soup, soldier snack. It's ramping up, but overall I'd say the rent is the biggest income and the baths. People stuck, it's the worst. Why? Just don't get stuck. second time it happened. It's actually pretty horrible because we are just losing money because of it. Have a new point. Gonna do cabbages. Actually, I have one more, I guess. So this is enough to consider just advancing the storyline at this point. But we need the upper floor drinking hall, which is gonna be very expensive to set up. I need something like 6,000 to do it. If people didn't bug out, it would have been more simple, because you do get a lot of money from that. It's just... So some of potatoes are fine, onion is fine, cereal is still being used like crazy. It's customary. Bread is fine. We did use a bunch of it though. This does the kvass and everything. It's part of many recipes. Yeah, I think we've done enough progress for today to justify just calling it. And I'll play some Caesar tomorrow. I need to do some other stuff as well. It's kind of late, so just need to go to sleep fairly soon today. Let's take a look if we could raid someone. Been fun? Yeah, I enjoyed talking. Especially, looks like Blubber is playing Caesar 3. So let's raid Blubber.